My dear friends, this is Commander Sudhir Kumar from my YouTube channel Pulse Beat of India. Welcome you all a new and sensational topic that what is happening in Pakistan. Today in Pakistan, it's not only the economic condition is very bad, but even it is on the brink of civil war on the arrest of Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. But here you would like to remember the demonetization was done on 8th November 2016, and the demonetization is single most step by India which has brought Pakistan to such a stage that their economic condition worsened. Though the corruption prevailing over there, especially in army, ISI, and with the politicians, is also having a great share that what condition Pakistan is today. But let me tell you about that Indian currency, especially when UPA 1 came into power in 2004, in 2005 itself, when PC Chidambaram was finance minister, Mr. Mayaram was joint secretary, and Ashok Chawla, who was named in Aircel Maxis case, and he was additional secretary. That time in 2006, a tender was floated, a global tender was floated for the supply of printing paper. This was for printing the new notes for India. And you will be surprised, for doing this, a new company was floated by on the directions of PC Chidambaram, that is Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited, SPM CIL. And this company was managing director was Mr. Arvind Mayaram, and Ashok Chawla was its chairman. You will be surprised their appointments were not approved by ACC, that is Appointment Committee of Cabinet. Though the Mayaram appointment later in 2008 was approved by ACC, but of Ashok Chawla was never approved. And the directions were issued to Bharatiya Reserve Bank Not Mudran Private Limited, BRB NMPL, that they must explore in consultation with this new company which was formed in 2006, SPM CIL, to explore that what paper should be chosen for printing notes in India. And during the same, this company, the newly formed company, found this company was Delarue. It seems that you know the LA is silent over there, so Delarue you can say, because it seems to me it is a French word. But it was a British company. And this company is a private company. It was not a government-owned company over there. So it was printing notes and getting supply of this paper for many countries. And with that, the things started that they was supplying this paper to Pakistan also. But this news came into light somewhere in 2008, 2009 when the fake notes were caught in India at different places. When the intelligence agencies found their routes that they were pumped into India through Jammu and Kashmir and Nepal border, then there was a change in finance ministry, and Parnab Da was appointed the finance minister, and PC Chidambaram was changed. And that time, what happened that in 2010 itself, this Delarue company has come up itself, and they revealed the most sensational thing, that they said the security was compromised in the quality of paper on which the Indian rupees were printed. And it was a very alarming situation. So there is a lot of material in media, and Mr. Iyer and Mr. Dr. Subramaniam Swami has also spoken in length about the same. But actually today you feel that what is happening in Pakistan, it was that because demonetization was done in 2016. But let's come to a story. When Parnab Da took over as a finance minister in UPA 2, then immediately they blacklisted this company De La Rue, a British company, and the paper was not bought for printing Indian currency from them, but from the other sources. But you will be surprised that PC Chidambaram came back in 2012, and by the time the Mayaram was appointed as in secretary, and then once again this De La Rue company was removed from the blacklisted, and PC Chidambaram asked Mr. Mayaram to place an order for supply of paper for printing not for India for 3 years in December 2012. It is what I am speaking, it is all available in the media. But what I am going to connect it to that, why it is a sensational revelation, though the case is sub judice, the case against PC Chidambaram, his wife, and Karthi Chidambaram's, they are going in various courts and they are on bail. And in this case also, I am sure the government will, or the intelligence agencies will take it to the final conclusion. But here the most important is the same blacklisted company started supplying this paper for printing notes in India. And that time it was known that this blacklisted company, the British company De La Rue, was also supplying the paper for printing Pakistani notes. And it came to the surprise that somewhere in 2015, when the NDA government came in and Modi ji became Prime Minister of India, and it matter was reported to him, though Mr. Jaitley did not take any action for near about a year. Might be that he was collecting all the informations, or there were certain compulsions to keep it secret or to take some appropriate action. But he could not initiate the action for near about 1.5 years. But in November, on 8th of November, the Prime Minister has to take a decision because it was reported to PMO that the Pakistan is putting up an order which was 3 to 4 times more paper paper requirement for printing the notes of Pakistan, and why Pakistan was doing the same. And it has been felt that not only in 2015, but I think 2006 onwards, there were the fake currency of Indian rupees was printed in this neighbor country, and later on at even different places it was found that these fake notes have been pumped into India, or might be that these notes were exchanged with the real notes in India, and there are some political leaders, and the network was operating throughout India to use this money in Jammu and Kashmir or in Naxalite operations and for so many crimes. And most alarming was to support terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. And that's why you will be surprised that during UPA 1 and UPA 2, there were lot many attacks, terrorist attack took place in India. So the one side, the people were involved that why these attacks are taking place, but on the other side, most sinister design, even against the security of India, was going on and economy of India was ruined, though the inflated progress, inflated growth was shown, and the leaders of UP 1 and 2, they were echoing and speaking at Davos in WEF that India is doing so well. But you found that, a lot of the fake currency was pumped into India, and it is confirmed even when demonetization was done and when these notes came back to Reserve Bank of India, it was not exactly the same amount of, but even in certain percentage, it was more than that. And it was confirmed, though the many people in India, the news were there, the many political parties or many such groups, those were involved in dealing with fake currency, they burnt these notes, and some have thrown into the rivers, and some notes, fake currency notes, were disposed of in by adopting different manners. But the most alarming, that to cover up this sinister design by someone, those were involved in this fake currency printing in Pakistan, they were covering it up, these terrorist attacks, those were taking place all over India, and then, converting that into the Hindu terrorism. And that was the entire game plan. So now you will see that what is happening in Pakistan, it is definitely some contribution of demonetization that the Pakistan came to that stage. Otherwise, they could have exploited the same fake currency would have continued. And then the decision was taken that De La Rue was blacklisted forever and the other sources were revealed. But the most important question is that why we have to import this paper. Now I know that ink has been made in India, most likely in NPL, National Physics Laboratory, which is being used in printing of notes. And the paper also, the best quality of paper must be produced in India, as we are providing PLI incentive. Why we are not supporting the research or some company or Indian company, so that this paper is also produced in India and we are having. Anyway, now the digitalization, digital transformation in India has touched to new heights, and already the one this project has been put into place where the digital currency is being used. So later on, might be that we are having only the not printing up to a certain value, maybe 500 first we are limiting, and maybe later only up to 200 or 100, and rest will be the digital currency, so that it will not only stop the black money, also control the corruption to a great level, and then we'll be producing purely Indian rupees on Indian paper with Indian ink and Indian expertise, bringing all the security features which we have already incorporated in printing of note. So, my dear friend, now you can see that what was going on during this period from 2004 to 2014. One side, the printing of fake currency, Indian fake currency in Pakistan, then supplying it to, and that too to a level so that the Indian economy sinks. And secondly, these all terrorist attacks were taking place at all over India, so that people are not able to think that what sort of a circulation of fake currency is going on, and what is the end result of it, and how, in what volume the black money is going to increase, and how these politicians and the other groups, those who were involved in this sinister design against India and played with the security of India, must certainly be brought to the book at the earliest. And what was a call for Hindu terrorism, that is also linked to it. So I hope, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.